This video is a public apology to Christianity. It is a public apology to every single Christian. And let me explain why. When I first started posting content, it was only about Islam and I was telling about my journey. I became a new Muslim. I was very passionate about it. I loved it. I grew up atheist. I didn't have any religion in my life and I found a religion that made sense to me. And I was very happy. So I posted about it and I started to gain some followers. I had 50,000 followers on Instagram. I had a couple thousand followers on TikTok and people were asking me questions and I was sharing what I was learning and that's what it was. And then once I started to gain a little bit of traction, I had 50,000 on TikTok and I was starting to gain traction, I started getting hate from Christians. I started getting a lot of go kill yourself for becoming a Muslim. And I was like, this is interesting. I'm not talking about Christianity. I never mentioned Christianity. I never mentioned my opinion on any other religions. I never tried to disprove any religions. I was strictly just talking about my religion and not even extreme stuff, where you talk about Aisha's age and the controversial topics and Muhammad, peace be upon him, being a warlord, like those very edgy topics. I didn't even talk about those. I just talked about, I learned this. This is cool. This is how you pray. And, I just became a Muslim a year ago. All very heartwarming, light content. And then I started getting death threats. Go kill yourself, you race traitor. And I was like, what's going on here? And I ignored it for a little bit. But what happened is I started getting attacks from Christians where I wasn't even mentioning their religion. And instead of me taking the higher ground and being a better man, I let Shaitan, Satan, as Christians would say, influence me and I fought back, right? So what I did is I was only talking about Islam, but then I kind of got pissed off because I got a lot of Christians hating on me when I was literally just talking about how much I loved my religion. So I was like, okay, screw you guys. I'll prove your religion wrong. And then I kind of went on a rampage of really controversial stuff. And I started disproving Christianity and Judaism and Hinduism. And I was like, okay, if you guys are going to hate on me, then I'll hate on you. And that's not religious. The Christians who were hating on me, they were wrong. They were. But I was also wrong for hating back.